Yo, what up, what up, what up? Sorry if that was too loud. um, what's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Glad to be back. Another lunchtime with SloMo. A little impromptu, a little late lunch. It's like 3 o'clock now, but you know, some people eat lunch around this time. No shade, no judgment there. What's up, y'all? Glad to see y'all back here once again. Let me shout out a couple people. Def Floyd was good. Arcade. Dre, what's up, Dre? Oh man, look, I wanted to do this earlier. I wanted to do this when it was going to go live and do it like a live stream as soon as like maybe around like 11:45 ish, so I could like as soon as the picks went up for the Video Game Awards, I would then come in and just like give my opinions on everything. But you know, it is what it is. I actually went to go see Wakanda Forever, which I would say is a bit better than people gave it credit for. I would say that, but I will also say there's some things that I wish were different. I'm not gonna get into spoilers or anything. There's some things that I would have done differently if I was, you know, writing that story and dealing with the whole the death of Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace to him. But it is what it is. You know, it's unfortunate. It turned out that way, but I thought the movie was pretty good. I think everyone should try it out and play it for themselves. I said play it, sorry. So used to talking about video games. Everyone should go watch it for themselves so that they can get their own opinion on what they think the movie is. 'Cause I think it's a good movie. It's just unfortunately not. I don't think it's what Marvel wanted it to be, clearly. And it's not what some of us hoped it was going to be. But I think as a standalone movie, it's a good movie on its own. As of now, I would say it's not better than the first Black Panther though. But that's just me. Okay, movie aside, RK says y'all liked it. I didn't think it's number one phase 4, maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, look. I would say when it comes to the Phase 4, this is my last thing about movies, and then we can move on to the topic at hand. The last thing I would say is that when it comes to Phase 4 movies, Phase 4 has been a huge disappointment overall compared to the previous phase. This is probably their worst phase and probably the worst the MCU has looked, period. That said, Wakanda Forever, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Shang-Chi are the cream of the crop. They are literally they're good movies. They're not like amazing, the best ever. Like no one when they say the MCU phase of movies, like oh, like these 3 movies are part of like top 5. They're in no one's top 5, but they are good movies on their own. Unfortunately, the rest of Phase 4 is so bad. It's like a huge gulf in between the level of quality and the execution for those 3 movies compared to the rest of them. Like Black Widow's awful. Like I feel bad that was Scarlett Johansson's last movie in the MCU. I mean, she's had amazing performances, been depicted very well a lot of times, and brought a lot of class to that character and really translated that character from comic to the big screen in an amazing way. And for her to go out like that kind of sucked. Love and Thunder is just ridiculous. Like it's really bad. Like it's I don't know what the heck they were thinking with that one. It's bad. So many of the movies are bad. I'm starting to get the feeling that Quantum Verse or whatever the heck whatever that the new Ant-Man movie is might be joining the ranks of those movies at the bottoms, just based off of the trailers. Although I'm kind of hoping that Kang actually delivers as a good overarching MCU villain. It looks like he probably won't be the only one because Doctor Doom's definitely gonna get introduced at some point. But I'm just going on Quantum Mania. Thank you, Arcade. Simmons says he's probably the only one that liked Internals. I think you are the only one that liked. I think Internals was probably competing with Black Widow as the worst of the Phase 4. Shut up. Wow, wait, hold up. What's up, Ramon? Terrell? Ramon, they could use you at the MCU, man. I'm just saying they could use a writer, there that could actually, put some ink, some legitimate ink on these scripts here. Really, help them get some ideas, man. Because I think that they tried to reboot the MCU because they had you got your biggest actor and biggest character, Iron Man, going. You got Chris Evans retiring from the character and leaving. And you're trying to replace these characters with new characters or a replacement for the actual role of that character. But there are new people in those roles, and then you have the added change of having the TV shows and trying to use the MCU and Marvel Studios to prop up your streaming service, which is like further dividing the people, because there's some people who don't have Disney Plus, they just watch the movies, and then you got to deal with the fact that like somehow you have to be a little bit more redundant in how you do things. For example, Sam Wilson becomes Captain America in the Disney Plus TV show. What if the people who see Captain America 3 are like, who the heck is that? I'm sorry, not Captain America 3, Captain America 4, because there was First Avenger, there was Winter Soldier, Civil War, and this will be 4. So the people that see Captain America 4 are gonna be like, I mean, I remember him giving Sam the shield, but like, I mean, he got his own suit now. Like it's like there's gonna have to be some kind of redundancy. There's gonna have to be some kind of like introducing Sam as Captain America in this next film, which is just kind of treading over ground they already covered with the TV show. So it is what it is. It's kind of the bed that they created, the bed that they're laying in, unfortunately. But they're gonna have to get it figured out. What you guys saying? Definitely says he liked it. Cool. RK says Eternals was bad. And Ramon says he would love nothing more. I would love nothing more for you to be doing that. I definitely can't wait to hear what you have to say about Wakanda Forever. Again, I think a quality movie, very, very good movie. I just think I would have made some changes. Definitely, as a Namor fan, I'm a fan of Namor in the comics. Like, I like arrogant, uppity assholes. That's Namor. He's an arrogant, royal, uppity asshole. And he's not that in this movie. And no spoilers or anything. He's just like the portrayal. I think for what they wanted to do, I think the actor that played him did a decent job. But like, that's not Namor. It was like Namor in name, And I just like, I wished, I know they had some legal issues with the Submariner character in general, with DC and Aquaman, which I think is kind of bull, because Submariner predates Aquaman. I think Submariner was created in the 1940s, and Aquaman didn't get introduced to like a decade or a little bit more than a decade later. So like, they really shouldn't have to. I mean, I guess they just didn't feel like fighting for it, but I thought it would have been a better idea for them to fight to get the character to be authentic, because it just seemed like in the movie it was completely not Namor whatsoever in anything but name and a little bit with the look. But it is what it is. So, Video Game Awards today at noon today, Eastern Standard Time. Jeff Keighley revealed the nominations for the Video Game Awards. We're going to get into that. I'm actually going to do my picks live as we kind of talk about them. I think with the Game of the Year now, I got 5 out of 6 right. I had said initially, I said this tweet like 2 days ago or so, maybe 3 days ago, but I said that the nominees would be Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West. I said it would be A Plague Tale Requiem, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and then I said also for the indie nomination, the token indie, because there's always one token indie, I said Cult of the Lamb, that's always a crapshoot when it comes to the indie nominee, because there usually are really at least a half a dozen really good indies that come out every year. So that one, there's always a bunch of like justifiable nominations or potential nominations for that, and it went to Stray. I don't think Stray. I actually kind of feel like Stray should have been nominated, but we can get into that later. I think there was a couple of indies that could have been a far better portrayal. I'm not portrayal, but nominee for it. But it is what it is. So let's switch over to our nominee screen, and I may once let me hit the start voting, and so you guys can see this good. I'm glad they kind of like designed it this way so everyone can actually see what this looks like. Well, so we're gonna start with game of the year. I kind of wish I could start this last, because this is like really the most important category. They show it last and when they actually do the award show, but it is what it is. It's already here, so we can just maybe, I don't know. Let me. Is there a way for me to view? Yeah. Okay. Let's start. Let's go backwards. Let's go backwards. Let's do it like this, and then I can go to the previous category. Okay. So best you know what? I don't care about esports events whatsoever. I don't know anything about these people, these coaches. I had never heard these people's names. I always skip this every year. You know, no shade to any of them. They all seem very serious. Like, look at this guy's face. He's serious. This guy's got the thumbs up, but he's serious. You know, all these guys are serious, and they look like they drink a lot of Mountain Dew and eat a lot of Taco Bell. But like, I don't care. I don't know you. I don't know how good you are in whatever game you play. Like, I don't even know what you do. So like, I just have nothing to do with it. But I can talk about this though. Most anticipated game, recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward. That's a very interesting description of this, but let's look at the nominees. So we got Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, the remake, Starfield, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Now look. Oh boy. So this one, we already know who's gonna win this. It's Zelda. Anytime you put Zelda in a nominees list, Zelda's gonna win. Period. Like, there is no discussion. It's Zelda. Zelda's gonna win it. But I'm gonna do what I think is the most anticipated game. And you know, I'm still gonna choose Zelda. I'm still gonna choose Zelda. Because I'm not making, the choices I'm making here aren't my choices. The choices I'm making here are what I think is going to win. Okay, I need people to understand that, because when I choose something and they be like, well, SloMo, you didn't even play that game. You hate that genre. You hate that game. Yeah, and I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm choosing what I think is going to win, not what is going to actually win the vote. Or I could, if for the sake of this stream, I could choose my personal most anticipated game, even though it has like next to zero chance to influence with the actual vote, because the fan vote in this is like, I think like 15% of the actual vote, and the rest of it goes to people who actually have their like a voting say. They have credentials, their gaming media. Definitely says do your personal. Okay, all right, I'll do my personal. For me, out of these games, my most anticipated is Final Fantasy 16. That's for me. I am anticipating this game more than Hogwarts Legacy, which I will play. More than Resident Evil 4, I'm not playing it. More than Starfield, I don't care for Starfield, honestly. I don't really care for Bethesda games like that. I never have. And definitely more than Zelda, which I can't stand. I can't stand Zelda. It's overrated. Sorry if that hurts your feelings. You know, be hurt, be butthurt. It is what it is. Aralama says, would you rather be right or be right? Basically, I'd rather be right. I love being right, but it is what it is. I will choose what my personals are, but I'll tell you what's going to win because I'm usually right with this. I mean, I'm not trying to brag. I just usually am right when you do this stuff. Anyway, best adaptation. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Oh, this is going to be really good. So, best adaptation, recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment media. Now, I'm going to choose what I think is going to win. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm going to choose what I personally feel is the best for this, but I'm going to tell you what I think is going to win. Cyberpunk Edge Runners is going to win this. Look at this description. Recognizing outstanding creative work. This is very, very creative. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. It's awesome. Arcane also is on Netflix. Awesome. Actually, yeah, wow, 3 of these are on there. I think actually you could watch Uncharted on Netflix right now too, even though it's Sony Pictures. But yeah, all of these can be watched. But faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another medium. If you've watched Edge Runners, I'm telling you right now, everything in Edge Runners is in the game. Everything. These characters are brand new, and that's the outstanding creative work. Cause he's like David Gonzalez, the main character. Forgot the girl's name, but the girl that is his counterpart, she's awesome. But like the weapons that they use, the Ripper Doc that worked with them is in the game. Some of the characters from the game is in the anime. All the weapons that they use to see, all that stuff is 1000% authentic and accurate to Cyberpunk. It was a very, very good adaptation, and the impact of it basically was no different than the impact of the Witcher series with its rejuvenating The Witcher 3. Cyberpunk had a huge bump off of this anime being that good. So that's what I think will win. And I don't know if I'm going to choose that though. For me personally, I enjoyed this. I never watched this, so I'm not going to vote for it. This was okay, but like authentically and faithful to adaptation of the video game, I don't think it was. Not at all. I fell asleep on this twice. I tried to watch this and I couldn't get through it, so I'm definitely not choosing it. It comes down to these two. And Arcane League of Legends is freaking amazing. I'm talking about that style of animation, almost like a water painting. Beautiful. It looks way better on a visual perspective than what Edge Runners looks like. Edge Runners is like a typical anime. But I don't know, because I don't follow League of Legends and the story like that, whether it's faithfully and being authentic to League of Legends video game that much. I don't know. But I'm going to choose Edge Runners, so I know that it hits the mark on that more than anything else. Rodimus says, stop playing. It is Sonic 2 because they want Jim Carrey back on show. I mean, look, it is what it is, but Sonic ain't doing this. It's not faithful and authentic to everything. So let's move on. Best debut indie. I like this category because it really it really hits towards like a lot of the stuff that I've played throughout the year. So for the best debut game created by a new independent studio, so that's the key thing there. Why you won't see some other games get put into this nomination is that it has to be from a new independent studio. We haven't made another game yet, so whatever. So excuse me, Neon White, which I played, pretty good game. Norco, never heard of it. Stray, played it, thought it was boring. Tunic, played it, thought it was just okay. Vampire Survivors, which I bought, but I haven't played yet. Now, out of all of these, I'm gonna tell you Vampire Survivors is gonna win, because Vampire Survivors is being lauded and praised by all the gaming media right now. There's recency bias that's gonna come into play. It's winning. It has been gushed about more than these other 4 games. But the one I think should win, Neon White. I enjoyed Neon White more than Stray and Tunic, and I haven't played these 2 yet, so that's the one I'm picking. Moving on, right? Content Creator of the Year. For a streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact on the community in 2022. Now, what I don't know is why isn't SloMo Backlap up here? Why can't there be right beside Miss QT Cinderella, an icon of a white guy getting backslapped in the face? Why can't I be in this? You know, you know why? Because yeah. But regardless, I would vote for me if I could. That's it. Our nominees are Carl Jacobs, who I've never heard of, Ludwig, who I have heard of, Nebellion, Nobru, Nabi, I don't know how you say that, and QT Cinderella, who I have not heard. I've heard of him. I haven't heard of these other 3 people. I know Nebellion. Nebellion not only is the person I'm gonna vote for, it's the person that's gonna win, because Nebellion, it took a stand and left Twitter, and you know, people may say, hey, look, man, you could have done a lot more with your platform, and you could have, you know, stayed and really monetized what you do. But I think that he actually hit like mainstream media in some areas with his decision to leave Twitter, and I think this would be like kind of like the swan song. Thank you for all the work that you've done. Here is your award, which he probably will not be there to actually receive because he's never shown his face. But Robin says, content creator, none of the above. You are the wrong color, SloMo, although no one knows you are black. People know I'm black when I start speaking. You know, ain't only us brothers have a voice this deep. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. But that's it. Yeah, I mean, it's has a. I think something, whatever that person is that does streams Smash Bros, like something Fox, and he came up there on the end was like, I'm a furry, and everybody was like, no, we don't care, like, why are you selling us this? But like that guy, I think he's the person of color that won before, but that's the only person I know, the person of color that won. But whatever. Oh wait, the girl, she's pretty, she's fine. I can't remember, what is it? She's like tiny little girl, woman. She's a grand woman. She's a woman. I'm not trying to call her a girl. I don't want people to get upset. Oh my God, Valkyrie. That's it, Valkyrie. She's like half something in black, I think. I don't know. She's mixed with something. So she's a person of color. Let me just say that. Okay, I can't believe I was catfished. You were catfished by who? I don't know what Blade is talking about. Moving on. Best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer game play and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of the game genre or platform. We got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Multiverses, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. So, I catfish you, Blade X? Like how? How, bro? Make it make sense. Rodman says Ninja Turtles all the way. That was a good time. That's not going to win, though. I think you know that, bro. Splatoon 3 is what's going to win. I'm going to say that right now. It's going to win. I haven't played it, but too many people act like you disrespected their mama, their sister, the mother of their children, and their God when you say you don't care about Splatoon 3. That's clearly going to win this award because of how people care about it. It's either between that and Multiverses. I did play Multiverses. I liked it. I would say, for me, out of these games, Overwatch 2 isn't even Overwatch 2. This is Overwatch 1.25. Like, this is, like, it's barely it's only a sequel in name. You want to call it something DLC because people call God of War Ragnarok DLC, and it's not DLC. Because the game is longer than the original game, like, hello. But Overwatch 2 is DLC. They launched Overwatch 2 with 3 new characters from the original game and like 2 new maps. What? Zero change the visuals, zero change the gameplay whatsoever. Like it's an expansion at best for Overwatch, and it's ridiculous. So this, I don't know why it's up here. I guess they just wanted to have a minute. They had half 5 games, so they chose this. They could have put Fortnite in here for, I don't know why, but Overwatch 2 is here for some odd reason. Splatoon 3 is gonna win. I'm going to give it to Multiverses because I thought that was actually a pretty cool experience, even though it's a Smash Bros clone. And I would give it to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, but I'm a little upset with how broken that game was on PC, and it crashed on me every other match. And yeah, so I don't think they deserve any damn thing. Anyway, moving on. He said they could have put Halo in this. I don't think Halo really is eligible because I think Halo was just barely eligible for last year when they pushed up the date of having the multiplayer come out like mid-November. I think they squeezed in for last year. And I think they had some nominations for last year too, but I don't know. I might be wrong. Anyway, best sports racing. I hate how they combine these two, like they really are like the same. But anyway, for the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game, we got F1 22, FIFA 23, NBA 2K23, Gran Turismo 7, Ollie World. What is that? Like this is sports or racing? What is that? What is it, a skateboard? I ain't played any of these. Like literally none of them. So I don't have a personal vote here. I think Gran Turismo is gonna win. Yeah, I think Gran Turismo will win. Maybe FIFA. I don't know, but I'll go with Gran Turismo. Ollie's a skateboarding game. Okay, don't care. Best sim strategy. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. We got Dune Spice Wars, which I forgot that was coming out. And as a Dune fan, that's really bad. I probably need to go check that out. Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Total War Hammer 3, 2 Point Campus, which I've played. 2 Point Hospital, I think. I bet 2 Point Campus is basically that, but a school. And Victoria 3, which I have not touched, nor have I actually really seen anything of it. I will probably go Mario Rabbids Spark of Hope is going to win this because it's Mario, and the previous game entry was well received, and this one was also well received as well. I just think it's just going to win. So I haven't played any of these. I'm gonna get to this eventually, but yeah, I think that's the winner there. Best family. Nothing but Nintendo games. Well, it should be nothing but Nintendo games. Pick your family game, right? For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform, this little comment right here, absolute bull. Because every year this is nothing but Nintendo games. Lego Star Wars. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna vote that. One, because haha Nintendo. That's why I'm voting it. The other reason why I'm voting it is because that has been on the high on the sales charts since it came out earlier this year, and people actually thought it was a good game, even though I hadn't played it. So I don't know. I haven't played any of these, and to not choose a Nintendo game for once would be kind of meta for them. So I think that's where it would be. Rob the Don says Grounded. Where is Grounded? Where is Grounded? That's a good question. But no Grounded, because I would say all these games, people would feel all of these games are better than Grounded. That's why. Arama says you should do me versus the chat on these picks, where you do a poll for each category and see who wins. I don't have enough time. I have a conference call at 4, so I need to roll through this to the end, and if I put a vote up and get you guys vote in it, that's going to take things a little bit longer. So we might do, that's a good idea, we might do that for DPS this Thursday, where me and Forte will kind of go through this. We'll spend a little bit more time on each pick, and then we can do a poll in the chat for you guys. Although it would be difficult because a lot of these categories are 5, and you can only do 4 options in the YouTube poll thing. So I mean, we'll figure it out. Best fighting. For the best game design, primarily around head-to-head combat, we got DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, All-Star Battle R, The King of Fighters 15, Multiverses, and Sifu. I'm gonna choose Sifu because Sifu was awesome. I got my head smacked. When I finally beat that game, I was like, yes, thank you, and I loved it. It was awesome. Definitely going with Sifu. Sifu probably will lose the Multiverses though, but it is what it is. I'm going with Sifu. Rodman says Sifu doesn't belong in this category. Best game design, primarily around head-to-head combat. I guess it's not. All these are really like traditional fighters where it's literally, one guy on one side, another person on the other side. I can see what you mean there about that. I'm still gonna choose Sifu though. I'm still gonna choose Sifu because I like Sifu, and I like it better than Multiverses, which I still think is Multiverses will still win. And I haven't played these 3, so yeah. Best role. Here we go. Best role-playing game. For the best game design with rich player character, customization, and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. We got Elden Ring. We got Live Alive. We got Pokemon Arceus. We got Triangle Strategy and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. We know. Now, this is... I'm gonna give you guys some inside baseball real quick. This should be Elden Ring. I'm going to choose Elden Ring because I've only played Elden Ring out of these games. I haven't played these other games yet. I'm going to play Triangle Strategy soon. I'm going to play Xenoblade Chronicles 3 soon. I ain't got no intentions to play these 2. But Elden Ring should win this. What's up, Cat? I appreciate you, Cat. Downgrading himself from the new min-max build to the DPS class. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for being a 10%er. Being someone who is of high quality and high character. Thank you. Appreciate you. And also thank you for not doing the min-max build again and having me playing some crap like Callisto Protocol. We don't want that. Anyway, so here's the inside baseball I was talking about. If Elden Ring loses this, it's only going to lose it to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. If Xenoblade Chronicles 3 wins this, that is a high indication that Elden Ring is probably going to win Game of the Year. What they're going to do, if Elden Ring's not going to win Game of the Year, and there's really only one other game that has a chance to really beat Elden Ring, they're going to make sure Elden Ring gets some wins somewhere else. So Elden Ring will get wins in some of the other categories that they are nominated for. Now, God of War Ragnarok is nominated for like 10 categories and Elden Ring 7. But if God of War is going to win this, I'm telling you, God of War is not going to win more categories than Elden Ring. Just some inside baseball for you guys, but that's it. So 16. Cast it only because I'm gonna go dark into avoid spoilers, so I wouldn't be watching. Okay, all right. Appreciate you leaving me alone there, sir. Best action adventure. For the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. So we got, this is a done deal. I'll say the nominees, but come on, we already know here. A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic. I'm choosing God of War Ragnarok because I believe it's just better action adventure game than these other games, and it's what's gonna win. So that's the fairly easy one. Best action game. For the best game in the action genre, focused primarily on combat, Bayonetta 3, I don't know what the heck Call of Duty Warfare 2 is doing here, but all right, whatever. Neon White. I really don't know why Neon White's here, but all right. Sifu and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm gonna choose Sifu because this is really what is appropriately putting Sifu in the fighting game category is just weird. But Sifu should be here, and Sifu is 1000% focused on the combat and the authentic nature of the combat and being good at it in order to not get your head smashed, in literally every time you walk into a room. I think it was a breath of fresh air compared to what we normally get in action games, and just very different, and I think it deserves to win. Now, will it win? Its only challenge really is probably going to come from these two, Call of Duty and Bayonetta 3. Neon White, if you play Neon White's not an action game. It's a rhythm. Neon White is a time trial rhythm game. It's like one of those games that always see exclusive on PC. It'd be like $3 on Steam, and it's just some dude just jumping and running on up like walls and crap and stuff, and it's just like it's really just about timing and being able to react quick. It's not an action. There's combat in Neon White, but it's really subpar. So Neon White really ain't it. Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge. It was good. It was very good. But just not as good as Sifu. So I think Sifu takes that one. Go ahead, hit previous. What's going on? Okay, here we go. Best VR and AR. I didn't play any of these because I haven't touched my Quest 2 since February. But here we go for the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform. After the Fall, never heard of it. Among Us VR, I love me some Among Us. Bone Lab, Moss Book 2, and Red Matter 2. Haven't heard of any of y'all bastards. I heard of the first Moss, but I definitely didn't play it, right? I haven't played Among Us in VR, but Among Us is great in just typical Among Us. And in VR, it's probably freaking amazing. I do want to play it in VR, but the problem I have is that not enough of my friends who play Among Us have VR. So unless I want to be playing it with like 3 people, and that's not enough to have at least one imposter, you just be like, all right, let one person die, but all right, it was definitely Craig. Because ain't nobody left here alive. So it's just like, no, it's not gonna work. You need to have a lot of people for it. And I honestly don't want to play with like people who are strangers, because it's like it's not as fun with strangers, but it is what it is, right? I think that's what the one that will win. Will probably win. Innovation and accessibility, recognizing software and or hardware that's pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. We got as Dusk Falls, God of War Ragnarok, Return to Monkey Island, The Last of Us Part 1, and The Quarry. So I think The Last of Us Part 1 is going to win this because I heard the accessibility options were like through the roof with that game. That said, I don't even remember if there were any accessibility options with As Dusk Falls. I played everything here except the remake of The Last of Us and Return to Monkey Island. God of War Ragnarok has decent, very good accessibility options. The Quarry, I don't even know what they were doing with accessibility for that, but whatever. I think The Last of Us Part 1 is going to win it. I'm going to move on here. Best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates patches. We have Apex Legends, Destiny 2, hell the freak no, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. I'm choosing Fortnite because that's the only one of these I really play. Now, I have no idea what the community support is for the developers of Respawn, Bungie. I know what Bungie ain't doing, so the Bungie don't deserve to be up here. Square or Hello Games with those games. Maybe No Man's Sky might deserve it, but I'm gonna just say Fortnite because I think this year they added in the no build mode, which was something that a lot of people were requesting. They add that in. Now a lot of people are enjoying Fortnite when they couldn't enjoy it before with all that the building crap. And I think that yeah, I mean, like you want skins and they get like the skins you want in there. I would say Fortnite for the win there. And best mobile game, for the best game playable on a mobile device, I have played 0% of these on mobile, but we got Tower of Fantasy, Marvel Snap. I've been hearing a lot about Marvel Snap. I don't even know what that is, honestly. I haven't never seen it before, but maybe I'll check it out. Genshin Impact, Diablo Immortal, and Apex Legends Mobile. Genshin Impact is going to win this because Genshin Impact is like ridiculous on mobile worldwide. Diablo Immortal is not going to win this because all the gaming media hated how they monetized it. Apex Legends Mobile, I mean, I don't know how good that is. Marvel Snap, I really don't even know what that is. It's a card game. Yeah, definitely not winning that. And Tower of Fantasy, I think it's also on PC, I believe. But whatever. Genshin Impact will win. Remember, trust me, I got the picks here. Genshin Impact will win. Best Indie. Did we already do this category? What's this category we already did? Whatever. Best Indie for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Strike, and Tunic. I'm choosing Cult of the Lamb. Because Cult of the Lamb is better than these games. Just period. It's better than these other games. It's just a better game. So that's why I'm picking it. And it's going to win because they snubbed it for Game of the Year. So if you're not in, it's the best indie that came out this year. You didn't put it in Game of the Year, it's going to win. I'm coming out here with something. To quote Denzel, I'm leaving here with something. So they're going to leave with something. They're going to leave with best indie. So that's it. Something is wrong. If Sifu don't win these, sorry, SloMo. Sifu isn't better than Cult of the Lamb. Yes, better than Sifu. Yes, it's better. Did you play Cult of the Lamb? Is the question I have for both you, Rob the Don, and Blade X. Did you play it? Did you play the game? Because I played both of them. And Cult of the Lamb is better. I'm not saying it's like a drastically better game, but it's better. It's a better game. Moving on. Best ongoing game. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Okay, oh, you didn't. So how you gonna say better than Sifu and be questioning something that you didn't play, Blade X? We ain't doing that today. We ain't doing it today. It ain't happening. If you're going to be challenging my selections, you better be knowing what you're talking about. Ham says Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite ain't in any category this year because it was in last year. And Blair says, I'm glad you honest. I just wish you just put that honesty towards honestly realizing that Sifu was better than Cult of the Lamb. But anyway, best ongoing game, blah 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 blah. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Genshin Impact. I feel like Fortnite wins this every year, and it might win this year again, or it might go to Final Fantasy 14. I'm gonna choose Final Fantasy 14 because I think they came out with expansions this year that a lot of people in the Final Fantasy community really gravitated towards. Fortnite, it's probably going to be very close between these two because Fortnite did a lot for where that game is, and I think they both Square Enix and Epic Games is doing a great job and really like keeping those games fresh for the communities that play them. Why is Bungie and Destiny here? Why? people are leaving Destiny in droves. Hey, let's nominate it for best ongoing game. Anyway, games for impact. Also, Halo can't be in there for ongoing game because Halo ain't with ongoing content. You know what? Let me stop. Games for impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Now, this part here is very subjective because what is considered pro-social meaning or message is different to different people. So, I don't know about that. But that said, let's go with the whole thought-provoking part. We got A Memoir Blue. Never heard of it. As Dusk Falls. Played it. Have fun with it. Citizen Sleeper, never heard of it. In the Endling, Extinction is Forever. There's a bunch of foxes running on a log. I'm a pass. Hindsight looks somewhat interesting. I don't know what that's about. I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Looks very freeform. Very ABC Family. I don't think I'm going to try that out, but I'm gonna choose this Dusk Falls because it's the only one that I've played and I liked it. What's gonna win this? Probably as Dusk Falls because I think this is the only one that I primarily of a lot of the games and media have actually played. Yeah. So best performance. This is always very competitive. So we got awarded to an individual for voice overacting, motion and/or performance capture. And so we got Ashley Birch for her role in Horizon Forbidden West. We got Charlotte McBurney in A Plague Tale Requiem. We got Christopher Judge for God of War Ragnarok. We got Manon Gage for Immortality. And we got Sunny Sojic for God of War Ragnarok. I think he is that the kid that plays Atreus? Like, he has grown a lot. So really a hard category. This is really, really hard. I really felt like Ashley Birch was falling asleep in the booth when we're doing Horizon Forbidden West. And maybe I was falling asleep because I felt the game was boring. I do think Charlotte did a great job with the main character in A Plague Tale Requiem, but I haven't finished A Plague Tale Requiem, so I really can't feel justified in choosing this one. Like, because I didn't really play that much of the game. He's amazing, as usual. Christopher Judge is amazing as Kratos. I felt he was annoying in the first God of War, but in this one, I feel like he does a really great job. I don't know who she is, and I haven't played Immortality, so I'm going to choose Sunny. I'm going to choose Sunny. I'm going to choose Sunny because I think he did a great job, and I also think he's going to win. Yeah. All right, we are coming into the home stretch, and I got 14 minutes until my conference call, so let's speed this up. Best audio design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Forbidden West. I'm gonna choose Elden Ring. Choosing Elden Ring because the sound design is freaking ridiculous in Elden Ring. It's ridiculous. It's great. I think it's going to win the category, and I believe it's the option they're going to choose. Best score in music for outstanding music inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack. A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Metal Hellsinger, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Again, I'm choosing Elden Ring. Just sit in the main menu of Elden Ring and listen to that main menu music. It just gets you, it just puts you there. It's so good. It is so good. I gotta go with that. I gotta go with Elden Ring again. And this, in considering how, if you know my mentality, how the video game awards show goes, you're gonna know at this point, you should know where I'm going to go with the game of the year vote. But we'll if you don't know, you'll see in a minute. Best art direction for outstanding creative and/or technical achievement in artistic design and animation, we have Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn, and Stray. So, outstanding creative and/or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Scorn is just disgusting to be disgusting. I do not think it was a technical achievement. I think it was basic as it was basic, okay? And on PC, a lot of the shaders weren't even there in the game when the game launched. Technical achievement, my butt cheeks. I don't think so. Stray, look, the cat was well done, but and the world was very pretty and very unique looking in that city. But no, I'm gonna go with Horizon Forbidden West because this clearly ain't winning. This might be the only award it gets this year. I'm gonna go with this because it is that world. One, the Decima engine is beautiful. It's a great engine, and Sony has got a marvelous engine on their hands that's in house for them. That said, like, the world is just beautiful, and the way they make black people in Horizon Forbidden West, chef's freaking kiss. It's great. I'm talking about, that is the best part of that game. The fact that they actually have authentic looking people of color and the world looks freaking amazing. It is way more creative with artistic design and animation and a technical achievement than Elden Ring, which is almost like no technical achievement really. You got popping all over the place in Elden Ring. And the grass textures, that stuff looks basic, like PS3 360 basic. Let's keep it a buck. Although the art's great and very like different looking armor and weapons and whatnot, but like, come on, it's not that good. And God of War Ragnarok is a close second, but I think like the world of Ragnarok is very Nordic, and they really went for a Nordic look, whereas Horizon Forbidden West tread a whole new path, making like unique looking plant life that isn't things that like new, like the evolution of the plants in this new part of Earth just went a different direction, and you can just see how that looked and how they went. It's very good there. I will give it that. I think this will be the only category that they win. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Played to Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality. I'm gonna go with God of War. Not only is it my choice, I think it's gonna win. The story in God of War Ragnarok is awesome. Elden Ring's story isn't. It's not all that good. It's basic. The lore in Elden Ring is amazing, but the storytelling, it's kind of booty. It's kind of mediocre. A Playthrough Requiem has a pretty good story from what I played of it so far. Horizon Forbidden West is boring. It's bad. It's just not. And Immortality. Wait a minute, hold up. I played Immortality. No, I think I have played this. Wait, I just remembered. Wait, did I play that? Hold on, I got. Is that the game made by what's old dude's name? The guy that did Her Story? Because if that is that I played this, I think I did play this. I think, and I didn't think it was that good. So I don't think it was that good. I think it was a bit overrated. So anyway, yeah, God of War Ragnarok. Why is As Dusk Falls isn't there? That's a good question. I think As Dusk Falls could have been at least a nominee. Best, and in our case it is. Okay, so Immortality is overrated. I don't know why people was just like, oh, you gotta play this game. This narrative's so great. No, it's not. It's not that great. It's just not. It's once you find out what's really going on, it's kind of weak. Kind of weak sauce. And very poorly done. Like it's I you know what? I don't have enough time to really go through it because I got 7 minutes actually. So I'm just gonna tell you it's a bit overrated. But I played it, I beat it, and I don't know why I didn't add it to my games to beat list. I'll do that later, but it's just not that good. Anyway, best game direction awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. You got Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, and Stray. Like some of the literally the same games that can get nominated. I'm going to choose God of War Ragnarok. But I think Elden Ring is going to win. And I'm going to tell you why I think Elden Ring is going to win when I do this next one. Elden Ring is going to win that category because God of War Ragnarok is going to win Game of the Year. Elden Ring, if you notice, I chose Elden Ring for the majority of the categories that they were nominated for more than God of War Ragnarok, because I think God of War Ragnarok will end up being voted Game of the Year. Your Game of the Year is recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. You got Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I predicted all of these but Stray. I have no idea why Stray is up here for so many categories. It boggles the freaking mind. The game ain't that good. Cult of the Lamb should have been in that category, but it doesn't matter because it's your token indie. I tell you guys this all the freaking time. They are token. Game of the Year is the easiest award to predict because they always have your token. You got your token in Nintendo game, Nintendo exclusive. Every year there's a Nintendo exclusive. It doesn't matter how, even though Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is considered a really good game, it doesn't matter if it's a bad year for Nintendo or a good year. They always got one nominee. Microsoft always never has a nominee. And PlayStation got to have at least one nominee, at least one, sometimes two. And then you got at least two multiplats that are in there that are like the best multiplat games that came out that year. And then you get your indie. So, like I said, Nintendo gets their nominee. PlayStation gets their one or two nominees. That's these two. You got your at least two multiplayer nominees. And then you get your indie. There's always an indie. The year before, it was like... The year before, actually, the indie won, surprisingly. It Takes Two. But the year before that, it was... I think it was, Hades? Might have been Hades. I think it was Hades. But there's always an indie. Every year. There's always one. It's the same format every single year. But the indie almost always has no shot of winning. The Nintendo game always has really no shot of winning unless you're Zelda. So next year, guarantee, I'm already telling you right now, Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is winning next year. Book it. It's over. I don't care what comes out. Starfield, Spider-Man 2, whatever. The Chrono Trigger remake, it don't matter. Zelda is there. Zelda's gonna win. Okay. 4 minutes left. Here we go. I'm gonna choose Elden Ring as my personal vote because so far I enjoyed Elden Ring more than God of War. I'm loving God of War Ragnarok. I haven't beat it yet. But in choosing one of these, I'm gonna choose Elden Ring because as of right now, Elden Ring is slightly better game. But they're not gonna let Elden Ring get the majority of wins and then win Game of the Year. It's going to get whichever of the two top choices, which is all of these guys have no shot except for these two. These two top choices, it's between these two, and I'm gonna go God of War Ragnarok. Because God of War Ragnarok's not going to win as many awards as Elden Ring, but it will win the final award. The same way God of War 2018 didn't win all the awards that Red Dead 2 won, but it won the best one, Game of the Year. So that is my nominees. That is my picks. Hope you guys have taken notes. We're probably gonna go live when the Game of the Year show happens because they always do. Like some of the best reveals of the year happen at the Game of the Year awards. I mean, it's the reason why people watch it the most. They don't care about these other categories. They only care about one category, Game of the Year, and they care about all of the reveals. So more than likely, it's going to be some pretty hot fire reveals. Xbox always shows something that like no one has ever seen before at the Game of the Year. They showed the Series X one year, at the same time they showed Hellblade 2 for the first time. Maybe they'll show us Avowed this year, or maybe they show us Fable reboot, or some actual Hellblade gameplay that people want to see. Who knows? But we're going to see some pretty cool reveals, and I'm here for it. So we're probably going to go live. Forte will probably be hanging out as usual. Ramon, if you're available, we'd like to have you aboard as well, because you did it with us last year. I remember the first time we did it, and rest in peace to Dizzy. Dizzy was with us, and he hung out with us throughout the whole show. But hopefully the show isn't as long as the other ones, because good grief, man, I don't know if I got the stamina for that again. Pause. But appreciate everybody for coming through. I got 30 seconds. I gotta get to this conference call. I hope you guys enjoyed the late lunchtime with SloMo. I'm gonna try to do another one later this week where I actually do get a chance to play a game. Just maybe Wednesday or Thursday. We'll see what happens. But hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. And it's probably close to dinner time, so please eat something healthy, drink some water, and peace out.